crazy bit of trivia here for you guys. Now, in the last episode, we opened with the funny monkey montage, and I realized as I was making that the game was doing something really interesting to Yuna to show those cutscenes. So here's what actually happens, alright? You run over, the screen goes black, and then you see a monkey standing in a certain spot. The funny thing is, though, that monkey is Yuna. It's not a separate thing, it is Yuna. And what do I mean by that? Well, watch what happens when we cut away again in slow motion out of that cutscene. What we see here is just a monkey on the ground, right? And then one frame later, as we move forward, the monkey becomes Yuna as it's cutting back where the cutscene is still there, but the camera's moved. How weird is that? So a bit of trivia for you. Apparently, Yuna can turn into monkeys when you find them in the jungle. Crazy, and I only just managed to catch that. Oh my god, what even happened there? It's going so fast! 3 health. 2 health! Oh my god, how we got the dodge? 1 health! Oh god, wait. My eyes hurt. Stop. I need to refresh my eyes. I'm closing my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yes! Oh my god, we killed each other. Did that count? I totally dodged. Yes! We won! We get the Covenant of Growth Garment Grid. I'm pretty sure you get that whether you win or not, but I also have floating somewhere in my mind that you may only need to beat the last guy. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. But there you go, Covenant of Growth. Oh, yes. Okay, alright, good. Universe is Freya. Freya's finally cooperating, taken back to the Cactuar Nation. His mother is worried. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Well, that should be perfectly easy, right, guys? We should be perfectly okay getting him back. Hey! You look kind of brooding.
No more running away from home.
Wow. Mummy Yuna right there. Oh, dearie me. Oh, but these guys, they're all fleeing? Is it Angramenu? Is it Angramenu? I don't think so. Uh-oh. Oh my god. It's the Jumbo Cactuar. Okay, so.
I'm on a roll.
So, just so that people know, I don't know whether we're going to be able to beat him, first of all, which will make my win a second ago very sad to me. This is the Jumbo Cactuar. He is actually, in previous games, he was actually a summon in Final Fantasy VIII, and that was where I first most got familiar with the Jumbo Cactuar. And didn't appear in 10, but is a thing in 10-2. This guy comes at the end of the 10 Little Gatekeepers mission, and I will do my best to fight him, but like I say, I've not done a test on this one, so we'll see. Highly evasive Cactuar friends. So, what do we want to do with Pain, first of all? I know exactly what I want to do with Pain. I want to swap her to Dark Knight. Then for Yuna, we're going to trigger happy one of the Cactuars over there. And she's spamming it. That's fine. Riku is just going to attack, I guess, one of the Cactuars. And Pain is going to use Darkness. She doesn't actually have Ragnarok equipped right now. So that's a bit of a problem, but we should be okay. In the meantime, Riku actually, what I think I do want her to do is Riku is going to mix together 2 Chocobo wings. What that's going to do is... It's kind of like a... Then there you go. The darkness knocks them all out there, which is great and does lots of damage. I love how much he spins around with the trigger happy. There you go. We get a final wall. And what final wall is, it's like an ultimate mighty guard. It's very, very, very strong. And then what we're going to do just to get our health back a little bit is we're going to sash out a mega potion. And now we're going to spam darknesses. We're going to spam trigger happies. Hopefully we're going to get a good chain rolling right for the darkness to land at the end of the trigger happy. To do enough damage. And the mega potions are going to keep Pain alive. Even though she's doing a lot of damage to herself with that. So there you go. There's darkness with the trigger happy. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought he was dead for a second there, but it was just that none of the girls had a turn ready. So that's what we're doing. Like, you see here a great example of Alchemist. Oh, there you go. And he's dead. Oh, my God. That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Oh, thank you. Oh, wonderful. And there's a little bit more of an advanced Pain there on some more powerful Arcana stuff. There's actually a really cool ability I want to show you guys that Pain can use too called Black Sky, which is like an advanced version of Darkness. And down we go. As in its AoE, high AoE damage associated with the Dark Knight. And down goes the Jumbo Cactuar. Now, you might have thought, oh, Wooden Potatoes, did you not... What about, like, oversouling it? Or, I don't actually know, maybe he gives us a blue bullet. What about all that stuff? Well, actually, funnily enough, by defeating the Jumbo Cactuar here, it unlocks the Jumbo Cactuar somewhere else in the game. So that is not necessarily the only one we will ever fight. And that, as they say, is that. Now we're done. And he's followed us. Check it out. And I love that Benzo's been here with us the whole time. There's actually another dungeon we're going to do very, very soon. Where we have another character following us around. And it's like, I wish that I could have put them in the creature creator. I wish that I could have, you know, added them to our party. But there really are less opportunities than I was expecting there. You know, we managed to do it with Lulu and Kamari and the LeBlanc Syndicate and Buddy. And Brother. But yeah, Benzo, unfortunately, is not a playable character. Maybe because he's a child and there's the whole, you know, no children in video games or whatever in a position where they might die. But yeah. Alright, let's get out. I'll cut out the next battle if we actually hit one. Which we did, of course. Here we go. Actually, hold on. We're still in the dungeon. I did want to show you guys the new garment grid that we just got there. And this is the one that I'm assuming in original design, they might have been like, we're going to tie this to finishing all the cactuars, and then they decided it was too hard. And it is a bloody OP one, as you can see. Covenant of Growth. Double AP and double experience, depending on the gate you go through. Funnily enough, though, the whole double AP through a gate, like, this is quite well balanced where you eventually get this. This is quite a lot of work to be able to get it. But then International comes along and you get Intrepid, which gives you triple AP for going through the gates. And it's kind of like, they are slightly different, I guess, but, you know, you get this so early in Chapter 1 as, you know, in comparison. But whatever, Covenant of Growth. I'm actually curious as well, what happens when you put something like that on a Fiend? So let's go to Aquilia here, for example, and then go all the way down. Covenant of Growth, double experience effect, can use momentum. Alright, so you do still get double XP. Well, that's very nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to save, and we're going to run out. That's it, guys. That's all 10 gatekeepers. So now they can all get together and defeat the giant, horrible, mean fiends. No? Oh, look at the little icon on the ground. I love how it's like glyph magic. And we see that the rock lights up just like... So for people that don't remember, in 10, to get Riku's final weapon or one of the sigils for it, you had to get all the gatekeepers that were just in there, and it lit up the stone. And then it put out the sandstorm, which allowed us to walk in. This time, we're lighting up the stone to create a sandstorm, a Haboob, yeah? So it's like we're doing the reverse of what we did in 10. Though in both games, we were returning cactuars here, so I don't know. So it's up to you to interpret that as you like. I'm constantly so scared while recording at the moment because my new PC blue screened. To make sure that that weird visual issue didn't come up again, I've been doing like hours and hours of recording without actually them being videos while I was grinding, and it blue screened earlier, and if it blue screens in the middle, it sucks. Anyway, sorry, back to the moment. Benzo? What happened?
The Cactuar Nation will be safe from fiends now.
Oh, cool. Yuna looking super Asian.
Marla, she...
Marla?
Oh, Marla. Marla, no.
She used all her power to stop them.
No.
Uh-oh, Pickett says we've got a fiend in the camp. Oh, gods. So it didn't matter anyway. What is this? They break so many rules here. The fiend that was ousted from the Cactuar Nation is now raiding the Al Bhed camp. Wipe it out once and for all. Gullwing style. The demon of the desert must fall. So it's like, they break so many rules. They do this, the silly thing. Return to the airship to gear up. Yes, we are not going to be able to fight that, okay? Oh, wait, no, hold on. Oh, but there's other stuff I wanted to show you over there. Oh, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I did already talk about the central expanse. So there's a couple of other things. Yes, we got a nature's tome, which cuts down at... We will not be able to return there now for a while, because loading back in there will actually throw us into a fight. So we want to be careful of that. But also, I want to show you guys something else. Do you remember back at the camp that there was a chest there that someone was circling the entire game? And he was like, oh, what's going on? I want to open this chest. But I lost the key, remember? Well, by doing the digs on the chocobo back, as I showed you guys in Central, you actually get the desert key. So I can use that key on the chest now, except there's a little problem of a giant fiend standing in our way. I wanted to show you guys that this video, but hey, whatever. All right. So the other thing, of course, we now can't do as well is dig for a while. What does Pain say? At this point, we may as well let ourselves get dragged in all the way. And Riku says, didn't you hear me? The camp's in trouble. Yeah, I know. They're all out of bed. We're leaving it for now, though. Yeah, we can't dig for now. Now, why were we digging, all right? Well, why? Because we wanted to power up and build a super weapon, apparently, like a Vegna Gun 2.0 at Djose Temple, which I showed you guys very recently. So that experiment was no easy match, and they can make it even tougher. Let's give them what they need for repairs and see what they can do. So that's what we're going to do now. I've actually dug enough to get this thing to the maximum possible level, and we're going to see just how tough of a customer it really is. Now, don't get too teary-eyed on me, guys, but this is actually our last ever trip to Djose Temple. We really will not have to return again. And what we're going to do now is a reasonably difficult fight again. Some of these fights, by the way, are already coming about par with the final bosses of the game. And for that reason, actually in terms of power level, we're actually going to be going to the end of the game very soon. I'm excited about showing that off. So let's head on up here. But yeah, like what we're about to fight, I would actually say is probably harder than the final boss in certain circumstances. In certain circumstances. But yeah, so like we're really getting, what you guys need to appreciate is we're in that mindset of difficult end-gamey side questy stuff, similar to all those extra monster arena fiends and things that we fought in the previous game in the Dark Age. Well, we're not at super boss level, but you get what I mean. All right, so there's this guy here as well. Last time we were here, Christ, this place was in chaos. But there's this outbed now, and he just looks at us with his arms folded, and he's breathing slowly, and he says, "What's the password?" And we're like, oh god, what's the password? What are you talking about? I don't understand this. It's got nothing to do with the mission. You're damn right. It's got nothing to do with the mission. But who knows maybe what the password is? Anyone? I'll give you a second to think. Like, really think. You should know, everyone watching this right now, should know the password. So tell me, tell Wooden Potatoes what it is. Can you figure it out? Well, it's actually Marnala. And how is it Marnala? Well, it's Marnala because if you remember in the Comsphere, while speaking in our beds in chapter 4, I think like the 4th. Wait, we went Marnet. Wait, I think I spelled it wrong. I spelled it wrong. Wrong. Try again. Yeah. Okay. It's Marne, and then LA. One of the Albed actually said, "Oh, the password's Marnala." Or oh, wait, what? Wait, how did I spell Marnala wrong? Oh, this is not a good start at all. Marne. What? Can I not spell Marnala? How am I messing this up? Oh no, and then and then I think we just say done. There we go. All right. Okay, that's cheeky. That's cheeky. They give you a password that is less characters than you can actually enter. Ah, there you go. He says you got it. Here's a present. We don't actually get anything super crazy. If you're like a key item hound and you really want all the key items, then yes, maybe you care a little about this. This is the Spirit of Recycling. It's another one of the manuals that the Albed can use to repair the machine. Kind of funny that you actually get 2 from Albed in the complex, and yet without you, they'd never know how to repair the machine. So once you've got all your digging done and you come up here, it's actually going to trigger you straight into a cutscene. But first, you need to actually repair it. So, as you can see, this is the room. Back here, we've not done this at all. I don't believe it. So I just want to enter a Chamber of Faith just to show you guys. Because you got the holes, right? And like the main story, as I mentioned a second ago, is to drop down the holes. Well, here we can have a quick look, as you see. It's kind of scary. There's even a chest here. Nice. Actually, didn't know there was a chest here. Hyper wrist as well. That isn't bad at all. But so, yeah, you see the defeated mini, somebody referred to it as a chicken or a chick online, which was quite funny when I was like reading guides about how certain things worked, how the scrap metal and stuff worked. But you're gonna want to talk to this guy, and he says, "Hey, can I borrow that manual to repair a super machina?" And you say, "Sure, hell yeah, go for it. It'll be done in no time. Are you scared yet?" And if you don't have it at max level at this point, you when you walk back in, it says, "Hey, are you willing to fight?" And you can say yes, no. But if it's level 5, level 5, level 5, because you've dug up enough components, it throws us straight into this. Yeah, what have you done?
Ah, fuck, Lugo!
I'll say.
What? You made the thing and now you can't control it?
You guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
We are deeply repentant.
Only one thing to do.
It's just like, I think this is bad. Just straight up, I think it's really silly. So you can see attack level, level 5, defense level 5, special level 5. Basically what happens is, as you can dig up components that buff its attack, its defense, or its special. And the components, like there's A, there's S, and there's Z. And Z will push it up like quite a lot, so you need lots of the components to get it all the way. It took me maybe 2 hours max worth of digging in Central to get this, but different regions of the desert have different chances to get different assemblies, you know, like an attack assembly or a defense or a special, and so on. But yeah, we're going to take on the experiment. What are you talking about? Why are you boasting? Exactly, Pain. Exactly. What is this? What an idiot. He's just going to stand there and watch us up. This should be a 4-player battle. Alright, this guy's going to be harder than Jumbo Cactar, but I have actually play-tested all this stuff, so I know what we're actually in for. First of all, actually, I don't really 100% know what I want to do with Yuna. Yuna is a bit of a more competent white mage at the moment, but with Riku and Alchemist, I'm happy for her to stay in that role there instead. I guess we can just have her shoot, I suppose. Just unload some trigger happies. First thing, once again, we're going to mix together a final wall. We might even see someone dies with this initial attack. High magic defense is very, very, very useful for this specific encounter. But here, we're going to go 2 Chocobo Wings again. And don't worry, I'll find a way to replenish. And it's Darkness spam from Pain. Now, why is Darkness so cool? Because it bypasses defense. It's like that Fiend ability, Fireworks, we saw quite recently. That happened in my playtest as well. Riku gets completely one-shot before she can throw it out. That's fine, though. We're going to use another Darkness here. The other 2 girls are just tanky enough that we should be okay. You'll notice I'm not actually using Ring or Bloodlust at the moment. It's because I'm a little bit scared of using those too much. We threw a Mega Potion with Riku there instead of mixing, which I think I would have preferred us mixing. And she's dead again anyway. So what we're going to... Oh, this is really bad. Oh, no, don't kill us straight away. I managed to beat you earlier really comfortably. All right. Mega Potion from... No. Look, we'll go Phoenix down on Yuna, straight into a Mega Potion from Pain, which should bring them all back up to incredibly healthy very, very quickly before the machines next go. Oh, good job. Amazing evade there. All right, and now Riku needs to seriously mix together 2 Chocobo Wings. Can you do that for me? Did that take 2 out of my supplies as well there for a second? In the meantime, Yuna... Let's swap her over to White Mage just for a little bit more safety. What I would like to show you guys, not Sharon, what I would like to show you guys as well is some of the new Dark Knight abilities, as we've maxed so many of these out. So she gets Break, which is Petrify, Doom. Oh my god, Riku, stop! Doom, Bio, Death, but she gets this one here, Black Sky. 80 MP, this is quite expensive, but it's a cool ability. It's basically 10-2's version of Meteor. Meteor is a recurring powerful black magic in the Final Fantasy franchise. You don't often see in... Well, we didn't see it at all in 10. You do see it in this game a few times, like Chocobos, believe it or not, can actually use a version of it. We're going to stash an X potion onto Riku, max out her health. And then Yuna here, she's got a bunch of new abilities. She's got Cura, Curaga, she's got Life for herself now. She's got Azuna and Dispel. I don't think there's any reason to dispel the machine, though. But I guess we could try and regen Riku, why not? And that was Black Sky. So it's a pretty cool ability. We'll go with another one. But I actually think Darkness Spam is probably a little bit better. We shall see, though. Riku, unfortunately, is once again going to want those buffs. But I don't want to mix. So instead, let's just throw... how about a sing? Oh, okay. And this is a dangerous ability here. This is Annihilator. But we're actually okay. What it does is it delays people. And now that Yuna's not really needed on White Mage. I know we're doing a little bit of fiddling around here, guys. Yuna's not really needed on White Mage. We're going to mix together 2 high potions on Riku to keep the mega potions rolling. But what she is going to do here is she is going to start singing like Disenchant here, which is going to buff our magic resist even further. There's 2 black skies. We'll go back with darkness there on Pain. Pain's going to be the main haymaker here. Yuna's going to buff us up defensively. Riku's going to keep our health high. And Pain is basically going to solo by bypassing his defenses. Now, why do I care so much about this? Let's go to, say, Psychic on Yuna. Yuna's going the whole way around the grid here. This is kind of cool. Oh, Riku, come on. That's RNG there. That sucks. I mean, she doesn't have the magical defenses that were on her from the big wall earlier. Pain, I guess we will Phoenix down. Yuna, now that she's on Psychic. Why did we put her onto Psychic? Here, I'll show you. With an auto attack, look at how little damage Yuna does. That thing's got a lot of defense, like a lot of defense. And so it's kind of nice to have that darkness which bypasses it completely. All right. God, there's so much I have to say in some of these fights. All right, and we'll just go darkness again. Yuna is going to high potion. Riku's dead again, probably, unless she gets super lucky. Riku, I'm just trying to buff you up, lady. For God's sake. I can't believe she died there a second ago. That really sucks. She shouldn't have. This boss really doesn't have that much health, but because we haven't managed to stabilize, he's actually a lot harder to kill right now than he was before. We have a ton of X potions, so we're going to throw that on Pain. Pain, of course, is taking quite the beating because she's sacking her health every time she uses darkness because she doesn't have Ragnarok on. Yuna, please, for the love of God, maybe Yuna can help with the defense for a second. And she can just throw, instead of mixing, because obviously we don't have to mix. But what she can do is she can throw a Lunar Curtain. And I think that shell is going to protect Riku. Riku's going to stash out a Mega Potion there. Pain's going to keep rolling with the damage. Yuna as well, now that she's thrown... Whoa, okay, all right, that's the one-shot ability right there. That's fine, because he chose to do that. He's not actually going to kill Riku here, which is for once. There's the Phoenix down. Riku is at full health right now. Oh, come on. Yes, okay, all right, they did all get it. Lunar Curtain yourself again. Darkness again. Mix again. This is much more Final Fantasy X-y. Alright, here's an Annihilator, which I'm not too scared by. I'm gonna find out this Annihilator is just gonna blow me all up. Oh, okay, yeah, it was just delay. I thought we were dead. I thought we were dead. That was scary. Alright, fine. And then we're just gonna use like a final potion. That's 2 X potions, by the way, as you can see here. Well, as you're gonna see in a second. And he's dead. Thank God for that. Yuna there learned Water Eater. That's because Psychic actually has a component of it where they absorb all the elements, like, built into them. But she's only just starting to learn those. And down goes the Annihilator. That was a cool fight. That was good. Oh, I was a little bit on edge there. I stabilized super quickly before. Blew it up. I was like, yeah, that was easy. That's comfortable enough. Oh, I'm glad we're still getting some of the more difficult fights in.
Elafong!
Rodrigui.
Oh, Pain, you're speaking out of bed. What is this? And we get episode complete. There's a cool item here called Magical Dances Volume 2. And I'll talk about that in just a second. And there's a good reason we don't have Volume 1 yet, by the way, if you're wondering.
So, who taught you to speak all bed?
I wonder.
Gipple?
I guess you got me interested.
Oh, I knew it! That guy's always been a player!
It's not like that.
Yeah, I doubt it was. Why do you have to assume?
You see, it occurred to me that learning another language might help me broaden my horizons.
I wish I'd learned another
Did it work?
language.
Words weren't enough. But I did come to a realization. In order to expand your horizons, you have to open yourself up. Get involved with the outside world, let it shape and affect you. That's the only way to change.
I don't get it.
Oh, Riku.
What I'm trying to say is that running around with you two has helped me change a lot.
What did we do?
You danced
Well, for one thing, you got me to talk.
at a Hypello concert.
I finally feel I can talk about things.
That's good. We thought we were bothering you.
Oh, you did at first. You never shut up. I was ready to lay down some serious hurt.
What?
Their gasp.
Just at first.
Uni.
What? Come on. She's not that fragile.
Hey!
Riku, let's go.
Must everything be so dramatic? Hey, wait up!
Oh, I love that scene. I love it when they just mess about. They just play around. And there you go. Episode complete, guys. Now, some of you guys might be screaming at your screens right now. Hold on, what's Spain say? That actually talks to us in Albed. We all speak fluent Albed now. Thanks, I opened up to you and all you do is tease me. And Riku says, will you get mad if I talk to Pain privately in Albed? No, because we understand it too, you nonce. Now, I made a very deliberate decision to miss something a second ago in Djose. We also have this key item to look at in a second. And that was a blue bullet. There's actually a blue bullet from that creature called Annihilator. That's the one where it rolls the little thing on the ground. So, in my opinion, it is not actually a great blue bullet, but it's basically an international, especially where you have the arena and stuff. It's the one that you can absolutely miss in a single playthrough. So, if I wanted that, I'd have to go through again. But I didn't want to mess around with Pain on Gun Mage in that fight because it was kind of close to the wire anyway, and I needed her to be using Darkness, basically. So yes, that is where one of them is. I want to mention it anyway for those of you guys watching along. If you want to max out your Gun Mage, that is a blue bullet there. But the other thing we got here was magical dances. And this is also tied to the girls and their skills. It actually ties into Songstress. You guys might remember when we got Songstress, or we start with Songstress really, but a long time ago when I was talking about the abilities, I mentioned that some Songstress things actually have weird ways of unlocking. Now, the special dress spheres all have key items which improve their stats, which we're going to see very soon. But so does Songstress. I don't know why specifically that, but there's 2 volumes of magical dances, and each one teaches you the ability to learn more things. So Yuna here, for example, anyone could be the Songstress, obviously. She's been doing okay, but now that we've got this, as you can see up here, Magical Mask. It says, nullifying magical attacks against the party while dancing. This is null all. So against certain fiends, if they're doing elemental strikes, or it just says magical attacks, very, very, very powerful. And that was in this slot here, beneath the Sambra of Silence. And then there's another volume which will unlock this here on this side. Now, Volume 1, though, is going to be coming a little bit later. And Volume 1 is actually something I've never had before. We will get it in the series, but I've never had it before, so it's going to be pretty cool. There's also, obviously, these still really awesome ones like Dirty Dancing, which is the pure crit, which I've talked about before, and Haste on everyone. We'll look at those later. Where do we want to go to now, though? There aren't too many hotspots left, as you can see. We basically just have Angramenu at the Beacon Out Desert, and then to see what happened at Besaid. And then we could get the final class of the game. Well, sort of. Because don't forget also that the Calmlands still has the Chocobo Ranch stuff. I just talked about the Chocobos a little bit at Beaconell, where we sent one and unlocked a new thing. Well, how about we go to the Calmlands now and see what class goes up to after many hours of messing about with him. All conveniently cut out for your viewing pleasure.